Hey guys, this is Mike with the Velvet Review. Today we're having a look at the Hopper 20 from YETI. YETI touts this as the tough as nails, leak-proof, ice for days portable cooler. I've had this cooler for 4 months. It's been on countless trips down the Yakima River. It's floated the Bitterroot River and whitewater rafted down the Blackfoot. In addition to that, it spends its days with me. I tow it in and out of my car. I pack my lunch in it. I carry a lot of drinks in it. On the weekends, it makes its way out to the softball field or the soccer fields with my family. It's been ripped on by my kids. It's been towed just about everywhere I've gone this summer. I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to show you some of its features. Then we're going to come back and I'm going to tell you what I think about it. Okay, so now we're having a close-up look at the YETI Hopper 20. So it's constructed of YETI's dry hide material. So that's the same thing, essentially, that whitewater rafts are made of. If you're familiar with whitewater rafts, they're tough as nails. We take them on the river, they go over rocks, and they get through just about everything that we need them to. So YETI's constructed this of the same thing. And all the seams are RF welded seams. So what that means to you is probably not what you think. It doesn't stand for reinforced welded seams. It stands for radio frequency welded seams. So essentially, what's happening is they use radio frequency waves to weld the two materials together, as you can see here. And what that does is it creates a really tight bond on those materials where they're not going to pull apart, they're not going to rip. So, in addition to that on the outside, you have the 2-inch nylon webbing. They come into a handle right here. Also has a great shoulder strap. One of the things I've been really surprised about with this shoulder strap is it is actually very comfortable. This is typically the way that I've carried the cooler. Okay? It's 21.5 inches in length, 13 and 3/4 inches high. It's 10.5 inches wide. The capacity, what really all that comes down to, is about 18 beers and 20 pounds of ice. Okay? It has 6 D-rings, so you can attach the cooler to just about anything you need, whether it's your truck, a quad, a drift boat. It also has the additional MOLLE, so you can attach any sort of MOLLE attachments to it. YETI does sell an attachment for your dry goods that you can attach to this side of it right here. I don't have that. So on the top, you can see here that it's got the Hydro-Lock zipper. And I say Hydro-Lock because it's got the U-lock right there. That's also how you're going to drain all the water. By tipping it up just like that, drain all the water out. When I first got it, I thought that was kind of a poor design. And then after using it several times, I actually thought it was pretty good. I was concerned that there was going to be water that got trapped in the cooler, but that just wasn't the case. And I haven't actually found it to be the case at all since. So, the zipper locks up like that. One of the things I do like about my zipper is if you have little kids, it's really difficult for them to open. So I have an older kid and I have younger children. The younger ones can't open it, so that's good. They can't just go get anything out of the cooler anytime they want. Okay? This is called the U-dock system. The exterior of the cooler has 1-inch cold cell insulation from YETI. And on the bottom, it's 1.5 inch EVA foam. And I think the reason that they did this is because any heat loss that's going to come, any cold loss that's going to come out of this cooler is going to come out of the top or it's going to come out of the bottom. You might have it sitting on a boat where it's hot, so they protected the bottom just that extra little bit to make sure that your ice stays cold. So that about wraps it up. I'll show you the inside if I can. Some of the complaints about the cooler have been that it's been really difficult to open, but you just saw me open that. It's no problem. When I first got it, it was a little bit difficult, but it solved pretty quick after being out in the field for about a week. So that's it. All right, we're back. Now that you've seen the features of the YETI Hopper 20, I want to tell you a little bit more about my experience. 2 things you're going to hear on a regular basis here at the Velvet Review. 2 questions that we're going to ask every time are, does it do what the manufacturer says it's going to do? And is it going to withstand the test of time? So, does it do what the manufacturer says it's going to do? YETI claims that this thing's tough as nails, leak-proof, and ice for days. Let me address the ice for days. The shortest amount of time that I've been able to keep ice in the hopper is about 48 hours. Now keep in mind, this has been the hottest summer on record for Central Washington. And that 48 hours, it spent the entire time in my hot car. Tough as nails. 4 months, plenty of rivers, lots of trips, lots of kids. This thing has held up to it all. I don't think that there's anything aside from taking a knife to the side of it, to that dry hide material, that's going to be able to destroy this or rip out a seam. Leak proof. I've never had a leak. I can't really say much about that. You've seen the zipper, you've seen the quality. One of the ways that I think you can tell, now it's zipped up completely. I can't squeeze any air out of that. So there's nothing, I've never had any leaks with the cooler at all. Now, is it going to withstand the test of time? This thing comes in at a hefty price tag of $300. The Hopper 30 comes in at $349, $350. So, YETI offers you a 3-year warranty. I think this thing's going to last a whole lot longer than 3 years. Based on what I put it through this summer and what my kids have put it through this summer, I don't foresee me buying a soft-sided cooler anytime in the future. So go down to your local fly shop, check it out. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email at mike@thevelvetreview. Thanks a lot, and check it out.